I want to welcome everyone who has come for the program today. We are going to learn something very wonderful actually about life today. Uh, I'm going to tell you in four parts about what is this growing with gratitude is all about. In between, towards the three-fourth of the program, I'll also show you the result of an experiment or a psychology experiment which has happened, and the results are published in the journal. So we'll also talk from a scientific viewpoint. But in the very beginning, I'll talk to you from a general perspective of life. What is the secret of happiness? How do we become happy? And what has happened to our life at present as we are living according to the dictates of our modern situation? So let's ponder about it. It's going to be an interesting journey. Please stay together. I'll also ask you to do something on your notebooks. So I request you that if you can please have your notebook and a pen ready. Okay, there will be something for you to do, something very interesting. And I want that you please participate wholeheartedly. It's a short program, but it could be a very wonderful one, a very interesting one, something which could bring hope in your life, something which can bring positivity in your life, something which can bring a lot of happiness to your life, something which can make your life like a candle, something which can enlighten your life, something which can um, give you great amount of enthusiasm in your life. Right? Everybody likes to change themselves. Everybody likes to embrace new habits. Everybody likes to bring about a positive change in their life. So this is one program which can do if you please follow me for the next 45 minutes. But in order to do so, I want you to write down certain things as they come along. So please find out for yourself, get a diary, get a notebook or a pen, and here we begin the session. I'm going to tell you a lot of stories, etc. as you follow along. So thank you so much. And let me begin my program now for you all. Growing with gratitude, a foundation for emotional well-being. So we all want to be happy. There is nobody in the world who doesn't want to be happy. Everybody in the world wants to be happy, wants to be successful. But there are certain fundamental principles which we need to follow in order to be able to be happy. Life is not a random experiment. Thank God that we have various people who share their experience and wisdom to us. Also, we have various studies of psychology or even in science, and also we have the study, the information, the wisdom which we have found in the scriptures, especially the Vedic scriptures, as well as the many wisdom books of the world. So let me share with you a wisdom. Adding that wisdom in your life can make a lot of difference for you. Let's begin. So, dear friends, dear students, dear participants, first of all, I want to tell you that life is very simple. Truly speaking, life is simple. And the way to find out happiness in life is actually very simple. It's not very difficult. The problem is that the world we live in today has made the living very complex. Right? It has made the world which we live in today has made it very complex. It appears to be very complex. Believe me, life is very simple. For example, what it takes for you to grow a flower, it just takes you a few seeds which are naturally available, and if you just sow them in the ground, right, you put some water and there is sunlight, you get flowers. Isn't it very simple? Isn't it very interesting and very, very simple? I mean, grow a flower, right? When we look at the flower, it's so beautiful. Generally, when we want to thank somebody on a birthday or on their marriage, on any occasion, we use flowers. It's not true. Every day in the morning when you go to a temple, there are flowers. We use flowers. Flowers are an expression of joy. They fill the life with joy. Celebrities without flowers is hardly ever conceived of. You go to any Indian occasion, you go to a marriage occasion, you go a birthday occasion, you go to any ceremony, especially in Indian context, you have Deepavali, you have Holi, you will find flowers have a very significant meaning. That's why, as I said, that when you go to the temples, you always find flowers over there. And if you are lucky, you may go to the altar of the Lord and somebody may actually give you a flower to smell also. Flowers bring joy in life. Flowers bring happiness in life. Flowers are important for celebrations. To grow a flower is so simple. It's quite interesting. That which can give you joy in life, that which can give you happiness in life, celebrity in life, it's just so simple to grow it. That's why I say actually life is very simple. However, the world which we are living in today has made it very complex. And there is a reason behind it. Let me explain to you the reason. Reason is everybody today, as you go to the educational institutes, you go to the school, you go to the college, right? What happens? They will tell you, oh, if you have to if you have to become a happy person, you watch some videos on the YouTube, you read some articles on the web, or you watch some movies. Everybody in the world today, they tell you, if you want to be happy, you know what? You need to possess a lot of things. You need to have a lot of things around you. You need to have a car. You need to have bungalows. You need to have expensive watches. You need to have a lot of money, man. You need to be, you need to have gadgets, smartest, coolest, trendy gadgets. The mobile phones always keep changing, right? So people always are there to catch up the latest mobile version. They want to have the latest of the technology, latest of the mobiles, latest of the computers, trendy cars. This is what people think happiness is all about. Everybody in the world seems to give us this impression that happiness comes from having more in life. And what you need to have? You need to have expensive clothes to wear. See, the whole market, if you just go into any market, any shop, anywhere in any part of India you are coming from, you just go there in the market and they will sell you the different products. It's all about selling products. And every product tells you, if you buy this, you will be happy. And if you don't buy this, you're going to miss out something. So therefore, everybody in the world, they keep saying, yeah, I need to have this also. I need to have that also. There are big malls nowadays. You go to the big malls now no longer they are small shops. Now there are big malls, and the bigger the mall, you enter into it and it's an ocean of products. Ocean of products. You go left and right and up and down and you find so many sections of so many colorful varieties of products and smiling faces and handsome looking man and a beautiful looking woman and giving a pose to show that this product can make you happy. So we are living in a world of consumerism. Right? Consumerism is a philosophy. Whether it is right or wrong philosophy, we have to see for ourselves. But by default, everybody growing in today's 21st century, as all of you are young people, right, growing up in this 21st century, they get a default feeling that if I need to be happy in life, I need to have more. More of what? All the different products in life, As I told you, gadgets, technological equipment, clothes. If you're a woman, then jewelries. And if you're a man, then you need to have like bikes or cars, or something like that. Different types of products in different ways, right? Is it really true that by having more, you will become happy? Let's think about it and let's look about it. Let's see what is the reality. More important than how much you have is whether you are grateful for whatever you have. This is a fact of life. Dear students, dear participants, dear friends who have come for this program, if you want to write some things down, here is what I recommend that you could probably write it down. Okay, writing helps a lot, right? Writing helps a lot. So you have a left brain and you have a right brain. So when you are hearing, you will feel inspired. But when you write down, you can bring that inspiration into action and it can transform you. Therefore, I recommend that people can write few statements. You don't have to write long notes. You just can write a few statements, which could be probably life transforming statements. But writing helps a lot. So therefore, I recommend any course I give, any lecture I give, any program I give, I always recommend to have a notebook and a pen ready, and I have a physical notes made for the program. Of course, we can also share with you certain important points, but that's not important. Important is you write it down for yourself, right? So this is what the wisdom says. Dear participant, if you please think about this, you actually will agree with this totally. More important than how much you have is whether you are grateful for whatever you have. I am going to tell you a story now, which is a real life story, which is what this statement will be. The testimony of the statement will be coming from that story. This is a true story. Once there was a Christmas party a few years ago. Okay, Christmas party episode. Christmas is about to come now. It's November almost mid, and December end we have the Christmas. So there was a Christmas party, And a few people came together, and in the neighborhood, they thought that there are many poor children in our community, in our society. So they wanted to give a gift to all the children, of the nearby in the society, which were poor children. Most of these poor children had never seen any expensive things in life, actually, right? So therefore, a few people, they came together and they thought that, let's share some gifts. Let's bring all these children together and let's have on the Christmas day, let's give them a small gift. And it's so wonderful, right? So all these children, they were brought together, something around 30, 40 of them, right? Were just brought. They came to this place, and there was a celebration, and everybody was handed over a gift. Everybody had actually the similar gift. There was not much difference, in the gifts which they were giving. It was almost same type of gifts which they were giving. There was a very interesting thing which happened, and this is what I want to share with you. This is an absolutely true story, right? Which can make you understand where is real happiness. Okay, so let's look at my slideshow again. There were few of the children who actually saw their gifts, and they were not very happy. They started feeling, come on, I was thinking that I will get a mobile, I'll get that cool, trendy mobile, they were wanting to give me a gift. If you have to give a gift to a person of the 21st century, you must give me what? You must give me a gadget, okay? What did you give me? This thing? What is this? Basically, they had bought some good clothes. They had bought some good clothes and they had packed it up in a wonderful gift wrapper, and that's what they were giving. But few of the children were very, their excitement went away. They did not have any appreciation towards the gift which they actually received. They became totally unhappy, and they stopped participating in the function altogether. They started looking and cutting the corners, going here and left and right, and not wanting to be there in the party anymore. There were many others, more than half of the other children, who also saw the same gift which was given to them. As I said to you, there was not much difference between the gifts which was given. And as soon as they saw that gift, they became so happy. They felt, thank you so much. I actually don't deserve. They were very poor children. They did not have much in their life. But still, there were a few of them, when they looked at that gift, they said, come on, why in the world you have to give me this clothes? You should have given me what? What you should have given me? They were expecting they should be given some mobile or gadget or whatever, but they did not receive. So they became very unhappy, and they just left, somewhere sitting in the corner, not wanting to participate any further. The other half of the people, they saw the gift and they were so happy. They were very grateful for what they had received. They had a lot of appreciation, almost tears in their eyes, that nobody showed so much of love and attention on us. We are so grateful that, you actually made this day as a celebration for me. They became so happy. So my dear participants, my dear students, my dear friends, think about this. Every one of them received a similar gift. Some people became happy and some did not. What was the reason? Some became happy, and what was the reason that others didn't? Please think about it. And you can write this answer on your notebook, even before I'm going to tell you. Because I want to take you through a journey of thoughtful transformation. Your own thoughts can actually transform. I am there to help you and assist you in this journey. So please write down the answer to this question which I'm asking you. Why do you think a few of these children became so happy, right? And others, they were not happy at all. They were rather complaining, and they were criticizing. They were just wanting to run away from that place. So write down the answer to this question on your notebook. And back then on my slides here, I want to share the wisdom further, right? So actually, the answer to the question which I asked you is something like this. The secret of happiness is quite simple indeed, actually. It's not happy people who are grateful. It's grateful people who are happy. If you are one of those people, those who love to remember the quotations, I would recommend that you can remember this quotation. Many times people feel that when I get that thing and this thing and that thing in life, I'll be happy, and then I can be grateful to somebody who gave me that, what I wanted. But actually, it's opposite. It's not happy people who are grateful. It's grateful people who are happy. Now, I want to ask you this question. The answer to this question, you can type on the chat box. Okay? Think about the question. Next question which I'm asking you. How many of you have seen around you people who probably would have everything which could make a person happy, but you still find them complaining, you still find them unhappy, you still find them unappreciative? Have you seen such people? If you have seen such people, then please type yes on the chat box. Right? Have you seen some people, those who have everything which can make a person happy, but still they are unappreciative, they are unhappy, they complain and they are grudging? If you have seen such people, you can just type yes. So thank you everybody who gave the response. This itself shows that it's not happy people who are grateful. It's grateful people who are happy. Please remember this fact of life, my dear friend. This can make a solid big difference in your life. Right? It's not happy people who are grateful. Right? It's the grateful people who are happy. It's not that the things of this world can make you happy. If you are grateful for whatever you have, that's what gives you happiness. Please understand this. It's not that we have to chase a lot. It's not that we have to chase a lot to get this product and this thing and that thing. Only then you will become happy. No. It's about cultivating the right attitude of gratitude, which can make you so happy in life. Continue with me on the journey. You will discover it for yourself. I'll make you do something by which you will discover it for yourself. Let's see. Let's go further on my slideshow. So this is something to note, and you can probably write it down also, because it's a very important station which can make a big difference in life. I have just now told you the secret of happiness, which is just so simple. Yeah. Okay. All right. Gratitude is an important quality which affects how you see the world. Okay. Right. What exactly is gratitude? Gratitude means to be appreciative of what you receive in life, to have a thankful feeling, have a feeling of a reciprocal feeling of, I am so thankful to you that you have done this to me, or this is what I have received in life. To feel blessed, that's called as gratitude. So gratitude affects the way you look at the things. And now I'm going to tell you something very wonderful, which is an example for this. Let's see. This is another very beautiful experiment, or you can say an exercise. Once a professor asked the students to describe what they see below. So what did he do? He called his students, and and said, there's going to be a surprise test. And everybody was like, my God, surprise. Nobody, all of us, what happens to us when we are asked to write a surprise. He said, this will be a surprise test, but you won't require any preparation for this test. So please come. All the students were there in the classroom, and he gave everybody one sheet. It was one question paper which he gave, and he said, you have to write the answer at the back of this paper. And he said, a very interesting thing he said to them. He said that there is this paper, and what you have to do, this is what he actually gave them. This was that blank sheet. He said, whatever you see below, just describe it. This is what he gave. He just gave them this much. He said, whatever you see below, you just describe it. And everybody was thinking, what is this type of silly type of a question paper? He said, but no. This is a surprise test. You just write down whatever you see below, please write it. And then all the students, of course, started describing. They were very confused in the beginning, but this is what they started describing. All the students who were there sitting in the classroom, they all described about the black dot. Its position, its shape, its color, etc., etc., etc. Where exactly it is located, how much centimeters from the left, how much from the bottom, how much from the top, different ways they started describing about this black dot. Every one of them. And then the professor, they started reading out his answers. And then at the end, the teacher told them something very critical, very important. This black dot is what everybody was actually describing. No one wrote about the white part of the paper. The professor told them, actually, you didn't write about the white part of the paper. Everyone focused on the black dot. And the same thing happens in our lives. Isn't it? You see, just like this white paper and the black dot, our life is also something exactly like that. When all the students were asked to write down what they see, every one of them wrote about the black dot. None of them wrote about the white part of the paper. That's quite interesting. Isn't it? Everyone focused on the black dot. And isn't it that something similar we do in our own lives? Our life is a special gift of God, given by God. And we have so many things to be thankful for. But what do we do in our life? We only focus on the dark spots in our life. Isn't it? Think about it. In everyone's life. So our life is like that white paper with some black dots here and there. Right? But what do we usually do? We only see at that black dot, black or dark areas of our life, or some troubles or some difficulties, or some areas where we are not thankful. We cannot be thankful about them, right? But we ignore the so much of white portion which is there in our life. Just like these students. It's so interesting to note that most people in the world focus on the black dot. They don't talk about the white paper. Gratitude means to see things in proper perspective. It is a vision of life. How do you look at things? How do you interpret the life events? How do you understand the world around you? This is what gratitude changes. Gratitude has the power to change the way you think, the way you interpret what happens to you. The real way to live our life is with seeing the white. If there is so much of white, if you see I'll again show to you. Please look at this paper again. Probably on this paper, maybe we can say 95% or maybe 97 to 98% of the paper is white. It's only 1 or 2% of the paper which is black. Then why do we have to focus so much on that 1 or 2 percentage? Why not we focus on the 97, 98% which is white? Something similar, my dear friends, my dear students. See, in our life, we may have some dark spots, some pain in our life, some difficulties, some shortcomings in ourselves, some situations which just cannot be changed. Why do we have to look at that? Why don't we focus on the white things which we have? In life, wherever you focus, that is what grows. This is the next thing which I'm going to tell you. Whatever you focus upon is that which will grow. So there are two ways we can live our life. Dear students, please hear this very attentively, and you can write down. We can either be grateful or we can be complaining or grudging. There are two ways which we can live our life, right? We can either be grateful or we can keep complaining or grudging. These are the two ways we can live our life. Either we can see at the black spot and keep complaining why there is this black, why the hell this black is there? Why should we have on the white paper a black mark? Why should we have this? Either we can be complaining or grudging, or we can be grateful. Wow, so much part of this paper is white. It's so wonderful. So it's a way of thinking. And please know, it's not happy people who are grateful. It's grateful people who are happy. Stop focusing on the black spot. Start focusing on the white part which is there in your life. Right. So now I'm going to take you further to think more on this. Every one of your life will be a mix of the two things. With something white and something black. In everyone's life, there are few things which you can complain about. And there are many which we can be grateful for. If you are thinking that perfect life means the entire white paper. Dear students, dear friends, I want to tell you, there is no one in this entire universe, in this entire world, whose life will be like a white paper. No single entity in this world, right, whose life will be like a white paper. Nobody. Stop expecting that. If that's what you are expecting in your life, a clean white sheet, please know there is no one in the world who has a clean white sheet. Everybody has some dark spots of life. Everybody has some darker areas, either their own personal shortcomings, something in them. Like some of you may feel, why don't I look more beautiful than what I am? I wanted to be a little more. Why can't I solve mathematics problems? Why I'm so dull in that area of life, or why my parents are not so much rich. They're okay, but why they're not more rich? Or why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? So there are some personal shortcomings which you may be having. Or they could be situations in your life. That some of you may not be very rich. Some of you may not be very, maybe in an area where you don't get more opportunities. Some of you are surrounded by people who are more negative. Some of you are surrounded, so it could be various things. Some of you may be feeling that I need a better health, but why don't my health become better than what it is? So there are some dark side in our life. There is a dark portion. But please understand, everybody in the world, every single person, including those who are so happy, everyone in this world has certain what? Dark areas of life. Okay, there are dark spots, and everyone in the world, everyone, including the beggars on the street also, every single person in the world has white areas of the life. The whole point is, where are you going to focus? Are you going to focus on the black spots? If you focus on the black spots, you know what will happen? It will keep increasing. Okay, it will keep increasing. If you keep focusing on the black spots, it will keep increasing. But if you focus on the white spots, you be grateful for what you have, what good things you have, and if you start listing them down, probably you can write some 10 pages. Right? So many things in our life which we can be grateful for. Every single one of us, we have been blessed so much. If we can be thinking like that, we'll be so much happy. We'll be having so much positivity, and please understand, you will increase the number of things you will become grateful for. This is the attitude of life which can make you happy. Okay, let's discover this further and explore it further. Please know, there are two ways you can live your life. Either you can be grateful or you can keep complaining. And everyone in the life, everyone in the world will have something to complain about, but there are many things which they can be grateful for also. Whatever you focus on, that's what expands. So let me tell you a story. This is a story of a man, who was so frustrated in the life. He was so depressed. He was so unhappy, so negative, that one day he finally decided, I want to commit suicide. I want to jump off from the bridge, I just want to jump off. He didn't know how to swim. So he said, I just want to end my life. I want to jump off from the, bridge. But suddenly, as he was about to jump off, one saint who was nearby, he called him, hey, wait, come on, man, wait. As he heard this sound of a man, he thought, okay, anyway, I'm going to commit suicide after some time. I'm going to jump off. Let me hear to what this person has to say. He stopped. He came back on the other side and he started conversing. What happened? Why did you stop me? The saint told him, why? What exactly you are trying to do? Why do you want to end your life? He said, I have nothing good in my life. Everything is wrong in my life. Everything is bad. I am simply, so depressed, so unhappy. I just want to end my life now. I don't have anything good in my life. The saint told him, really? Are you sure? He said, yeah. There is nothing good in my life. I have not been given anything good. Why the God is so cruel? Just see, my fate is so bad. I just want to end my life now. The saint told him, okay, wait. If you have nothing good in your life, what if I can give you 1 crore rupees? I'm ready to give you something. I'll give you 1 crore rupees. So the man said, what? Are you joking with me? You are going to give me 1 crore rupees? What? He said, no. You said that you have nothing good in your life, but I'm going to give you 1 crore rupees. Only thing is, you have to give me back something. He said, come on, what can I give you? I have nothing good in my life. What can I give you now? You're saying that, you're joking with me. Come on, at least I was dying peacefully. Now you cannot allow me to die peacefully also? He said, no, I'm not joking. I'm serious. I can give you 1 crore rupees. Can you give me some small thing? That's it. Anyway, you have nothing good in life, so just give me some small thing. He said, okay, tell me what you want. He said, take this 1 crore rupees, just give me your 2 eyes. What? He said, come on. I mean, what do you mean? I can't give my 2 eyes. What do you mean to say? Hey, come on. Okay, I can't give you 2 eyes. He said, okay, wait. Then what will I do? I'll give you 50 lakh rupees. Okay, 50 lakh rupees I'll give you, and you have to do something for me. He said, okay, tell me what I have to do. Okay, I'll take 50 lakh rupees. He said, can you give me 1 kidney? Said, come on. I mean, what you are actually, what you are like, what a man you are. He said, okay, I'll give you 25 lakh rupees. So can you give me something? He said, what do you want? Can you give me 1 arm? Give me your 1 arm. That's all. I said, what you are asking? Okay, I'll give you 15 lakh rupees. What I have to do? Give me your 1 leg. So finally he said, okay. Man realized, saint told him, You are not ready to give me your two eyes worth 1 crore rupees. Don't you see your eyes are more valuable than that 1 crore rupees? You are telling me that you have nothing good in your life, nothing valuable in your life. You are not ready to give me your arm. You're not ready to give me your leg. And for 50 lakh rupees or 25 lakh rupees, so much money I am giving you. But you're not ready to give me your arm or leg. Can't you see how much you have been given? How much beautiful your life is? Life is much more than so much of money which I am giving you. Now go and live your life peacefully with gratitude that you have received so much. This opened this man's eyes. He said, my God, I never looked at the life in this way. It's true. There are so many people in the world who are born blind. There's so many people in the world who cannot see properly. So many people in the world who may not be having one of the other limbs of the body working. If you're not seen in your own, in your own vicinity, you might see people who may not have a leg, who may not have an arm, who may not have something, who may not have an eye, etc. I said, yeah, I have been blessed so much. Actually, it's a fact. I can be grateful for having these two eyes by which I can see the whole world. Isn't it? Every day when we wake up in the morning, we open our eyes. These two eyes are the gift of God by which we can see the whole world around us. These two ears are the gift of God by which we can hear the wonderful sounds around us. This nose is a gift of God to be able to smell such beautiful smells. This tongue is a gift of God to be able to taste food, right? His arms are the gift of God to be able to do something. His legs are the gift of God to be able to walk and explore things. There's so many gifts which we have been given, every single one of us. But still we complain certain things which we don't have in life. It's just an attitude of life, my dear friends, my dear students. Please know this. If you cultivate gratitude, you can be so much happy in your life and you can do so much good in the world. Okay, so let's continue further. What is the reason we become ungrateful? So yeah, just like this man, he did not realize how much he has been given. So just think about this. What is the cost of each of the limb of given to you? Of course, nowadays, they sell the limbs also. Lakhs and lakhs of rupees, okay? So most of the times we are just too busy to be thankful for the gifts which we have received. This is the problem with all of us. Why don't we realize and recognize the gifts which we have been given? Because we are too busy in just chasing so-called happiness. We become, just like I told you, today's world is a consumeristic world which tells you that happiness is in possessing this object and that gadget and this and that, doing so many things here and there, right? Because of that, what happens? We stop appreciating that which we already have. Do you know this story? There was this dog. Dog was, very hungry one day, and he was like barking, wow, 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 wow. He was barking, going left and right. Somebody saw in the corner there is a bone, and he just ran, and grabbed that bone and became so happy. Wow, now I have something to eat. He started. The dogs love to chew upon the bones actually. So they just keep biting the bones, and so he just got this bone, and he was so wow. He was so, he became so happy. But suddenly, as he was walking by, other dogs were also barking at him. As he was walking, he came nearby a pond, a lake, crystal clear water lake. And as he came and he was watching himself in the lake, he saw another dog inside the pond is also having a bone. And somehow, his vision, the bone which he has, he was looking at it and he was feeling it is small. And the bone which was the dog in the dog inside the pond had, he was feeling that he has a much more bigger bone. So he started feeling, I want that bone. How can that fellow have more than me? He started barking. As soon as he opened his mouth, what happened? The bone fell off, and the poor dog, the only bone which he had, also went away. It dropped inside the pond, and it went inside, and it drowned. So this is something which happens to all of us. We think that happiness is somewhere else. We keep constantly comparing with others who have more than us, right? This is the today's society. We become so ungrateful for what we have. Not being appreciative of what you already have, dear friends, dear students, is the greatest curse which you can give to life. Remember this, not being grateful for what you already have is the greatest curse you can give to life, because that's not the way to live your life. Constant comparison with others makes us totally ungrateful. We become so busy in acquiring other things of life, forgetting to appreciate what we already have. And this is the reason for becoming so unhappy in life, right? So remember, whatever you focus on, that will increase. If you focus on the blessings which you have received, you will feel so happy, you will feel so positive, and you will do something good in the world. If you focus on the dark side, something which you don't have, that will increase, and you will always keep feeling, I don't have, you keep complaining in life. Okay, so let's press a pause button. I have to say this to you, that we take things so much for granted in our life. Right? Let's press a pause button, and I want you to do something today. What all we can be grateful for, let us give some time in our life to think about it and write it down on our notebook and pen. I request each and every one of you at this time that you please kindly take your notebook and pen which is in front of you. I hope so. Write down what all you can be grateful for. Let's press a pause button. Okay, we have so many things you can be grateful for. So many. Let's write them down. Please write down, every one of you. I request you to sincerely participate and experience the joy of life. Okay? So I hope that you got some time out of your busy life by pressing this pause button. I wanted you to write it down on the hard copy, on the physical notebook, so that you can continue doing it after the program gets over. So within the program, I give you 2 minutes, but after the program, you can give yourself 10 minutes peacefully. I request you today night, before you sleep, you please try to complete this list. This is something very, very important. So now after you have written, at least you would have written 10 items. Some of you might have written 15 items. Some of you might have written 20 of them. So I want to ask you your genuine and honest feeling after what you have written. You can just express in, say, 1 word or 2 words, less than a sentence, okay, less than a long sentence. You can just share with us on the chat box. Let us see. What is your honest feeling after you have just done this exercise sincerely? You can type it on the chat box and send to us. Manaswari is saying that she's wondering, why didn't she focus on this earlier? Yeah, that's what the whole point is. You are too busy. We're just so busy in chasing so many things of this world that we don't give time to press a pause button in our life. Appreciate what we already have. I request you to do this exercise every day. Anytime you want to feel happy, anytime you want to feel stress-free, anytime you want to feel blessed, just write down the list. You make it a habit. You can make it a daily journal habit. A daily habit of having a physical notebook along with you. I've seen people having a small diary with them. Write every night before they go to sleep, or every morning they wake up. They actually give 5 to 10 minutes of their life to write down what they are grateful for. This list, after writing down, next day or next to next day, when you read it, you will feel so blessed in your life actually. This is a fact of life. I'm going to show you the experiment which happened on gratitude. Thank you for adding to that. So this is Dr. McCullough and Dr. A. Emmons. So they did an experiment, a social science experiment on gratitude. They asked 3 groups of people. They divided into they had some few people who participated in this experiment, and they divided them into 3 groups. So one of the groups, they said that every day, at the end of the week, they would call them in their clinic and they would ask them to write down what all they are grateful for every week. They did it for 10 weeks. Okay. Second group, which they asked that what all went wrong in your life and what all you are unhappy about, what complaints you have in life. So they asked the second group to write down their complaints. First group, they asked to write down what all they are grateful for 10 weeks. Second group, they asked to write down what all they can complain about. And the third group, they asked randomly to write down whatever they want. Right? And with this experiment, after 10 weeks of doing this, they found that clinically it was observed that the first group, which wrote what they are grateful for, were much more peaceful, happy, had less physical ailments, had less diseases, they were less prone to diseases. So many things went so wonderful. They were feeling much more blessed. They had much more positive thoughts, and they were going towards success. This is a fact. This is a social experiment, and You can see it in your own life, dear students and dear friends. Gratitude is a very important virtue according to our Vedic scriptures. Such a virtue of gratitude comes from the Atma or the soul. Okay, according to our Vedic scriptures, it says in the Bhagavad Gita. So I've read the scriptures. I have been blessed to read the scriptures, rather I should say. So therefore, the Bhagavad Gita says about this. It says there in the 5th chapter of the Gita. It says that the Lord, the God, He is the best friend of all the living entities. He's the best friend. God is the best friend of all the living entities. So therefore, if we have this kind of outlook in our life, that we know and we believe that God is a kind God, a benevolent God, one who is friend to everybody, who does good for everyone. So then we can be grateful for every moment of life which we have. And such a feeling of gratitude actually brings out such positive vibrations and such wonderful contribution we can give to the world. Okay, gratitude is a foundation for emotional well-being and positive thoughts in life. An attitude of gratitude is a foundation of happiness. You see the title says gratitude is a foundation of emotional well-being. Practice to increase your gratitude muscles by making it a habit. This is the recommendation which I give to all of you. After you have seen yourself, after you have read the experiment, heard about the experiment, you can try increasing your gratitude muscles by practicing gratitude a habit. What you can do? You can thank anyone and everyone, whoever does anything good to you. And you mean that thanks by remembering their contribution. It is not that by lips only you say, but you also mean by remembering their contribution. Oh, they have done so much for me. Actually, remembrance brings meaning to your gratitude, to your thanks. And another thing you can do is you can begin with writing a gratitude journal. And most importantly, you can live a life of gratitude by doing acts of kindness to others. Because gratitude has to be returned. It's not that you may have somebody who has helped you, you may have to help them back only. No. You do the acts of kindness. If you're feeling blessed, you're feeling happy that I've received so much, then with gratitude you should serve. In whatever best way you can serve, whomever you can serve, you want to express, because you have received, you want to express your gratitude through some seva, through some service, some acts of kindness to others in this world. That is the way to live our life with gratitude. And I can tell you honestly, if you live your life like this every single day, you will give up your laziness, you will give up all your procrastination, you will give up so many negative things in your life. And all that will remain is the white paper. You will not focus on the black spots. You will focus on is the white paper. Okay. So this is the recommendation which I can tell you. Live your life as an expression of gratitude by becoming a candle. So this is the end of our program today. Become a candle. Enlighten others' life. See, the candle is not independent. The candle also receives its light by some other candle or by some other matchstick. Correct? But the way to live with gratitude is to become that candle. That I have received this light. Let me enlighten others. Let me brighten some other people in the world. This is the way to live our life. As an expression of gratitude for so much we have received from God, so much we have received from so many people of this world, so much which we have already. Let's also start contributing with what we have. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you have and start contributing with what you have. This will increase the amount of things which you can be grateful for. Thank you so much. So this is a short discussion which I wanted to have with you. Live your life as a candle. So of course, conclusion. These are the conclusions. You have a choice. Either you can be complaining or you can be grateful. All of us have something to complain and something to be grateful for. Where to focus is your choice. You can thank people. You can remember contribution of people and write gratitude journal. And most importantly, live a life of gratitude. I thank you all very much for being with me today evening.